Hello and welcome back to the Tyranny Stories channel, where today I wanted to talk about how the second week of NaNoWriMo went for me. I'm not gonna lie, I had a lot of trouble feeling motivated to keep working on this story. Like, my well of ideas was running dry and writer's block was closing in. So a couple of days into the week, I forced myself to start working on on editing the dictation I had done the week before. At least doing that, I wouldn't have to come up with new ideas. I'd just be refining the ones I already have and putting all the punctuation in that's necessary. Now, the real trouble began when I started writing the 4-page synopsis. I definitely sat on it for a couple more days, trying to think of how I could expand the 1-page summary I had already. When I couldn't think of anything to do, I just could not figure out what I wanted to do for the 4-page synopsis. I took each paragraph of my 1-page synopsis and I put each one of them on their own page and expanded on each paragraph as much as I could. And then I ended up with 3 pages and a little over 750 words for the 4-page synopsis, which is closer to 3 pages. I think I'll definitely have to keep working on the synopsis next week, and then I can move on to thinking about what characters' point of views I want to be using. Once I have that figured out, then I can start looking at what scenes will make up the story. I know this is going to probably take the most time, because this is where I'm going to start bringing the story to life. I'm really excited for this part, though, because I'll get to know the characters better and what kind of situations they're going to get themselves into. So, going into next week, I think the biggest thing is going to be giving myself, maybe an hour of time every day and working on this story, because I want to bring it to life. I want to start writing it. I don't know if I'm going to use it for NaNoWriMo in November this year, but I want to at least have the bare bones of the story and an outline or a scene list or whatever for it, because I do love where this story's going. I'm just really hitting writer's block and I can't figure out what I want to do with it. So I think I should just take it slow and, like I said, give myself an hour every day, every couple days, whatever, and see where the story takes me, because right now I have the idea, right? And I've expanded it a couple of times and I have each character's point of view of how the story goes and stuff, but it's putting all of those together is the hard part. And putting each character where they need to be at the right time, or putting them in situations that would be difficult for them but will drive the plot forward, which I have a lot of trouble with Project Red, of just making filler chapters and scenes and stuff. So in this one I want to kind of do it right and not have a lot of filler. I want it not every piece of dialogue, but every chapter, every scene to drive the story forward somehow. I think that's going to be really important for writing a good story. In Project Red, I'm definitely going to have to fix that later and take out some scenes that are probably longer but are unnecessary or things like that. But for Project Void, I want to start it the right way so I don't have to go back and fix so many things. But I do have an idea of where I want to go with this. Oh my goodness. I'm very tired today, wow. So the story's obviously going to start with the main character sacrificing themselves for, I don't know, a family member, maybe a brother or something, and then they come back to life because an evil spirit goes into them, but they wouldn't have come back to life unless that did happen. But the ritual still would have worked. They still would have been able to sacrifice themselves for them, so the other person didn't have to die. And then, as they're reacclimating to life, they have a lot of trouble with it and are noticing things going on, and there's they're seeing and hearing things that aren't actually there and things like that. So I just need to move the story forward from there, because I have up to there. Like, I have that all figured out in my head. I just need to write it down. But it's after that when they talk to the mom who knows about the supernatural world and can kind of help them with what's going on in a way. I need to figure out what's going on there and then how to move the story on from there, but how to have the evil spirit kind of messing with them along the way. And then what kind of like chaos and stuff happens and whatnot, and when the heroes think they're winning and when they're really low, or so I don't have the notebook. I'm actually in the living room right now. Welcome to my living room. We just put a light up here, so I'm sitting in the living room today, and it's really comfy. I do love this couch, and there's lots of pillows, but I think I do want the spirit to be causing problems, but I do want to work on also the Save the Cats 15-beat 3 act structure thing. I'm going to work on that in the kind of bullet journal spreads I made for NaNoWriMo. I made a video about that, so I want to do that as well, so I can kind of line up where and when each of these things are happening in the story. And then I do know the heroes don't win at the end. I know that for sure. I know the evil spirit takes over the main character completely, and the main character is completely gone, but the evil spirit's living in their body, and they do not win. And then there's going to be at least a second book. I don't know if there's going to be anything past that, but I do know there's going to be a second one because the love interest thinks that there is still a way to save the main character and bring them back from the evil spirit taking over their body. But when they realize that's not happening, they start to like the evil spirit because they are still living in the main character's body. So they kind of start to like them, and I think they start dating again. I'm really not sure how that's going to play out, but this is like next novel stuff, so it's not really like important to know all of that right now. But that's what we have going so far. So to recap, next week is going to be the Save the Cat 15-beat 3-act story structure, figuring out characters' point of views, and starting a scene list. I don't know if I'm going to finish it, but I do at least want to start the scene list and figure out what scenes need to go where, and then where I need to move some of them, and where I need to add more of them or less of them, or stuff like that, and just figure out what characters are doing. Definitely let me know down in the comments how the second week of NaNoWriMo went for you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow with, I don't know, whatever I decide to do tomorrow. Alright, bye.